Hey everyone, it's Tuesday, so it's time for our weekly paper trading account check in. But before we go over there, I want to take a quick look at SoFi Technologies. You will notice that in the pre market area, we had a bit of, when the market opened, people bought in, and then we just had some consolidation around here. Around the time the market opened, the seller stepped in, pushed the price down to about $15.93. Then the buyer stepped in and pushed it up to about 16.31. Then the seller stepped back in and pushed it down to about 16.05, where it has been hovering for the most of the day. So SoFi is currently around 16.05 a share. Now let's go jump over into our paper trading account and check in. Right now, the account is still in an overall profit of about $291.48. So we're holding steady and staying consistent with the plan. Quick update on the positions. AMD is going into earnings today after the market closes, so expect some volatility. VTI and SCHD is doing exactly what we want, slow, steady movement. SoFi is slightly down, as we just talked about, and we'll talk more about that in a second. Meta pulled back after earnings, mainly due to concerns around spending. Now, I want to pause here because AMD earnings is actually a perfect teaching moment. A lot of people think if the company reports great earnings, the stock should go up. And that's not always what happens. There are a few different scenarios after earnings. Sometimes the stock goes up because results exceeded expectations. Sometimes the stock drops even after a great report because investors are taking profits. And sometimes the stock doesn't move at all because expectations were already priced in. If a stock is near all-time highs, you often see people locking in gains. Other investors may have been holding just for the earnings event and then exit right after. And then you have long-term investors like me who aren't doing anything at all. In fact, if the price drops to a level I like, I might even add more. So the key takeaway is price movement after earnings is not just about the numbers. It's about expectations and investor behavior. So now let's talk about SoFi. We currently have 45 shares, and our goal is to build this position up to 100 shares so we can eventually sell covered calls. Since SoFi is trading around $16.05, instead of rushing in, we're scaling in. I'm going to add about half of the remaining shares now and save the rest in case. If the price dips lower and gives us a better entry, or if the price starts moving up and we continue building into strength. This is called building a position with intention. We're not chasing the price, we're not reacting emotionally, we're following a plan, and that's really the bigger lesson for today. Some positions will be up, some will be down. That's normal. What matters is that the overall strategy is working and we stay consistent. I'll also try to post a link to the AMD earnings call on the Facebook page so you can listen in and start getting familiar with how companies communicate with investors. That's how you start building real understanding, not just watching the price, but listening to the business itself. All right, so let me go in here. Like I said, we're going to scale in. If we have 55 shares left, let's do around 25, 26, 27 shares. All right, so let's go to the trade tab. We're going to click on this, go buy. We're going to take 26 shares or so. Not 126, take that out. And it's currently trading around 1608, and I'm happy with that. We're not going to play around too much with that. So we're buying 20. Oh, let me move you out the way a little bit. I think it's 26. There we go. Okay, so the stock we're buying 26 shares of SoFi at $16 a share, 1609 as a limit buy. If it doesn't, on the time enforces the day confirmed to send. We look at our order confirmation dialog box, and we're buying the 26 shares at 1609. in the IRA, and we are going to click on that and hit send. And I'm going to let that remember one thing. So once you place an order, and it's it just filled it. So I filled the order at 1609, so life is good. So now we have 71 shares of SoFi. And if it goes down a little bit more, we'll add these remaining shares here to make it 100. So now you see where we're going. AMD has its earnings today. It's an exciting time to be in AMD. I like this company. So, all right, that's our Tuesday check-in. We're still green overall. We're building our SoFi position step by step, and we're still focused on the long-term goal. So I will see you in the next update. Bye.